All right, hey everybody. Welcome to the crypto chart update for September 20th, 2017. This is where we analyze the latest charts in the cryptocurrency space using technical analysis. I'm your guide and host, Tim, a retail investor and reporter based in Berlin. The goal of these videos is 1. To give you some actionable trade ideas. 2. Demonstrate technical analysis principles, and 3, to educate and share ideas so we can all make some money. As always, please leave a comment below or send me a message with any questions about my analysis, and by all means, send me the charts or altcoins that you want me to analyze. Today's video is also brought to you by CryptoKing.org, which is a great source for the latest crypto news, as well as these videos. If you use my analysis, guys, please share these videos, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on TradingView.com as BerlinTrader591. Check out the links below this video and support me by using the affiliate links to join my recommended brokers or wallets so I can get a little cut. It helps me out. And finally, please send me a little tip to my Bitcoin wallet if you're feeling generous or if you make a nice trade. Well, let's jump right into it then. Starting as always with the big kahuna, Bitcoin US dollar cross. That's right, we're looking at Bitcoin against the US dollar. Now, I live in Europe, but the US dollar is the biggest traded currency against Bitcoin, so we're going to use US dollar. And I've had these drawings up for a while now. I've had these two boxes, and these represent price ranges. The first box between 2,000 and 3,000, and the second box between 3,000 and the highs, all-time highs of 5,000. I also pointed out last time that we had the biggest volume day in history in Bitcoin, September 15th, 2017. A lot of buying on that day. It bounced off of the lower boundary of that box. So, today I wanted to come in and just give my feelings, my thesis. We're just bouncing around 4,000. We're off the highs by 1,000 points in Bitcoin. But, I just feel really bullish today. I think there's a lot of bullish signs, and that could change. But if these signs come through, if these signs are true, then we're really going to have, it's a really good time to accumulate some different cryptocurrencies. And what are those signs? Well, first of all, we are not so far from all-time highs, 5,000, and hitting all-time highs is not a bearish sign. Second, we really bounced off that support level of 3,000. A lot of buyers came in. We saw a huge volume increase. That's a big bullish sign. Next, we have the 200-day moving average. I always keep the 200-day moving average to identify the overall trend. All right, it's not day to day. It smooths out all these price movements and gives us the overall trend. And we can see the 200-day moving average. I don't know, guys, going back for a really long time, if I'm zooming out here, last October 2015, 2 years ago, was the last time that we were under that moving average. Look here, the price went under that moving average. And that's a sign of a downtrend. But since then, we've been above this 200-day moving average. We have held the 200-day moving average. And that's bullish, guys. That is not a bearish sign. So anyone who tells you that Bitcoin is crashing, well, either they're an idiot or, they're pulling the wool over your eyes, because the trend is up. Even if we pull back to this 200-day moving average, I guarantee you there will be a huge bounce at that level, as there always is. Maybe the price could crash down to zero, but there will be a bounce at the 200-day. But right now, we are well above the 200-day moving average, and the 200-day moving average is approaching the actual price. And when that happens, that often is a catalyst for a bounce, right? So I'm really expecting some consolidation in this box, as I pointed out. And if you want to be aggressive, then you can buy in some position under 4,000. If we see a pullback to 3,200, or 3,000 or somewhere in this range, you know, you can accumulate some Bitcoin, you know, 1/3 of your normal position or 1/5 of your normal position, whatever you feel comfortable with. And when we finally break out, you will be well positioned to make multiple gains, not just from 5,000 and up. Of course, when we do break out eventually, when we break out of 5,000, you want to add to your position. And just a general rule here, always trying to give some education. Position sizing is really the most important thing in trading. So what should your total position be? Well, some people say your whole risk of your account should be 1%. Other people say 5%. Some people are more aggressive. They say 20%. Well, you know, do what you feel is, you know, okay for your account. What do you feel comfortable with? Can you sleep at night? And that's always kind of a, what do you call it? I don't know. It's a goal. It's a basic rule. If you can sleep at night, then you're not over positioned. Okay. So yeah, your risk should be 1, 5, 20%, whatever you see fit. And we'll learn how to calculate that risk in some future videos, so keep watching. Okay, so one sign I don't like so much is that RSI, which is the indicator I use here at the bottom of the trading of the chart. RSI reached oversold. Now, most people think, oh, that's great. That's a buy signal. When it reaches below 30, the RSI indicator, I should buy, and then price will go up because too many people sold. That's not really a good way to read this indicator, and it really, you know, screws a lot of people up. The real way to read this indicator is when the price is oversold. That's a lot of selling pressure. That means a lot of people are selling. That's not really a good thing. So that's the one bearish signal that I see, but it's understandable considering that we had a huge crash that was really fast, a lot of volume, a lot of selling really quickly. We reached oversold, but still it's something to keep an eye on. So we want to see price movement in the box, healthy price movement, and we don't want it to crash below 3,000. That would be a bad sign. All right, well, let's move on to some of the other big coins. As always, we'll go through the big ones. Ethereum, US dollar. I like this chart a lot. You know, it's just staying between 400 and 150. And same thing as Bitcoin, that bullish sign, that 200-day moving average is moving up. And again, that's one of the reasons I'm really bullish, because that moving average, the overall trend is moving up. If we see that 200-day rolling over, that would be a bad sign. That means price is losing momentum, that price is stalling out, and stalling like a plane is not a good thing. We could see a crash. So we want to keep our eyes on that. But right now, that 200-day is moving up, and that volume on those buying days are really big. That means we have a lot of buying coming in. More buyers than sellers, guys. That's bullish. But we do have this bearish signal here, the oversold on the RSI. So that's, again, a point of weakness. But overall, what does the, you know, what are all the signs pointing to overall? We might not get all 5 indicators pointing in the same direction. If that happens, you're probably too late. So we need to see how the tide is moving. And we have price, we have the 200-day, we have volume, and we have the RSI. From those 4 indicators, we should be able to make our trades. You really don't need more than that. If you do, it's probably information overload. Litecoin. Interesting chart. Again, we've been channeling up between these 2 trend lines you can see I've made, and right now we're holding on to that bottom trend line. Again, we have the high volume day. Good thing on Litecoin, we did not hit oversold. That's pretty good, a good sign for Litecoin. But one weak point here is that we are not really back up in that channel yet, right? We're kind of holding on here. We could roll over and crash, and that would be a bad sign. If we see that, we're probably going to see weakness in other cryptocurrencies. Basically, what I've learned here in these cryptos, you know, if if you see a crash in one crypto, one of the big cryptos, Litecoin, Bitcoin, or Ethereum, they're really connected. So you're gonna see, it's kind of like Apple and Google and Facebook. These stocks, they move together. So you want to keep an eye on, if one is crashing, that might be a sign that the other coins will follow soon. But right now we're holding on to that trend line, and I hope we see some upward movement soon to the upper range of that trend line. But if you think the channel is going to hold, then it might be a good time to buy a little Litecoin, because you're at the bottom level of that trend line. Okay, let's go to my favorite coin as always, PIVX. I'm always pushing the PIVX. You know why? I just really love it. I really love it. We channeled up like Litecoin. The volume's not that high. That's a weak point here. There's not so many people trading PIVX, but it's kind of like my lottery play, my extra coin. I play the big coins because you can get in and out. There's a lot of people buying and selling, but these altcoins, really, they can fly and they can crash because there's no one buying or selling. So price is moving fast and adjusting fast. And PIVX, I just have a good feeling. It's been uptrending. The 200-day moving average is coming up. And again, when that 200-day average kind of catches up with the price, that usually means a bounce. It's like a rocket booster for price, right? It just means that everything is converging. Price and the average, and people pay attention, and then it breaks out. If it breaks out, I just see this thing going easily to $5, $7, $10, and that's a nice expansion. So I have a little bit of a position in PIVX. Let's check out Ripple Coin. Let's check out Ripple Coin against Bitcoin. Or what's the better one? There was Monero or Bitcoin. What's the better one to check out against Bitcoin? You know what? Let's check it out against the dollar first. I'll draw a trend line here. So here's a trend line connecting these highs, and we'll connect some of those lows here. Again, it's a rough trend line. You don't need to be exact, really. But basically, what we saw is this consolidation where price was moving between the trend lines, moving down, and then finally we broke out. We came back down and we bounced. Look at that. We're bouncing right now off of the 200-day and the old trend line. And that's 2 points of support. So 2 points of support, kind of like a treasure map. Look at that. X marks the spot. We come out, people sell, take some profits. We come back down here, people are waiting, and now we're bouncing. So this could jump. Again, if Ripple's jumping and going higher, then Bitcoin is probably going to be going higher, and Ethereum's probably going to be going higher, because Ripple is not the market leader. So looks bullish in Ripple. I'm happy about Ripple. And again, look here, we did not hit oversold. There was not a lot of selling. There hasn't been a lot of selling. We never really hit oversold conditions. Looks healthy to me. Doesn't look like people are running for the exits. It looks like people are buying back in. Dash. Let's look at Dash. I bought some Dash the other day. I'm really big fan of Dash in general, the principle behind it. And it's just a cool little coin. It has a nice wallet, and it's fast, and it's cheap. I think for me, I would use Dash, really. It's a use case for me, so I'm kind of excited about Dash. Let's check it out. Let's make some trend lines. If we go up on the bottom, you see price following that. And if we go up to the top, connect our highs, now you see something like this. So yeah, we're in a general uptrend, and we don't even need to draw trend lines, really. We can just look at the 200-day, and look, there we go. We're going up. That was it. I just analyzed the chart. It wasn't that hard. I'll take away these lines. We don't even need them, really. I think horizontal and support is a little more valuable than trend lines. Guys, if you're comparing trend lines and horizontal support is a bit stronger. Why is that? Well, because it's easy to remember. 230 is a horizontal line, and if it hits that line, we buy. But a trend line, it's moving. It's always on a slope. It's a little more complicated. So let's use some horizontal trend lines right here. The price came up, came down, bounced on that, and now it's back up there. I mean, is this going to shoot off to 700, 1,000? Probably not, but I could, or maybe actually. It's hard to say that in cryptos, but at least we have this range here, right? So if we can healthily consolidate in this range, then we could see a nice healthy breakout. And consolidations are good because price distributes. The people who are selling, and the people who want to buy are buying. And eventually you have no one else left. And so the only way price can go is down or up in an explosion because there's no more buyers and sellers in one direction. But yeah, it looks pretty good. And I did buy some Dash the other day. After it bounced off that, I thought, hey, that's healthy. It bounced off of this trend line. But really, we have a similar pattern. Like Bitcoin, we have a box, or Ethereum, we have these boxes forming. Price bounces in the box, it moves up, creates another box, it moves up. It's just a price range that is formed, and we play the range, and we play the overall trend that we can see on the 200-day. So it looks very healthy, very bullish. So I'm seeing a lot of bullish signs, only a few bearish signs. The most bearish thing that I hear is the media. People calling for the end of cryptocurrencies. It's a bubble, but yet I don't see any bearish signs. I really don't. So I'm going to keep it there. My theme today was bearish signs, nowhere to be seen, bullish signs all around. So if there's a lot of apples on the ground, I'm going to pick them up, and I hope you do too. Email me with your ideas, with the charts you want me to look at. When Bitcoin starts getting, when it starts going, the altcoins start, it's late here. The altcoins really get going, and that's when you're going to see some gas behind the crypto world again. So see you guys next time for the crypto chart update. As always, send me a donation, check out my links below, follow me on TradingView, and bon voyage.